What is modified? The definition of modified is to change or alter something from its norm, generally to improve it or change it to the modifier's personal taste. Modifying cars have been around for a long time, since around the 1930s when hot rodding really began to kick off. Hot rodders would take factory cars and add or remove things for performance, safety and style. This later led on to drag racing and advancement in safety equipment like seatbelts and roll cages, which would later become standard on most production cars. Modifying cars has come a long way from its humble beginnings, and now has even split off into many subcultures and scenes. These are generally split by make or model of car. As part of my quest to find out what modified means, I went to Retro Customs to speak to the owners and people who are involved in modifying cars.
My name's Rhys and I own Retro Customs. It's a bit of a tough question really, it could mean anything to anybody. To me, I don't know, it could mean motorsport. You could be into motorsport and then it's something to do with the car on weekends and things if there's nothing on. It can mean showing off your skills, your styles, your ideas. It can mean different things to different people.
I'm Rebecca Williams. I work here with Rhys at Retro Customs. I think it's taking something and adding your creativeness and just making it to your individual style. I think that's probably how I'd sum it up. Makes me feel a bit tense and a bit sad, to be honest with you. You know, when people go, oh, it just gets me from A to B, it's like, oh, it's a shame. Because there's so much more you can do to it. I mean, if you're in it every day, why not make it part of yourself? You know, why not add to it? I think, yeah, just a car is not, no. You can never be just a car, do you know what I mean?
Modifying a car is, you know, my opinion is as little as putting new seat covers in when you get a new car and you sitting down and going, oh, I like this. I've put my personal touch on it to go in the whole hog and building a race car, you know, if that's what you want. And it's definitely addictive. Like you said, if you put in tyre valves on, I think if you put your tyre valves on and you like it, you know, I'll put some seat covers in it and I'll put a new CD player in it. Before you know it, you're looking at massive parts and, you know, gigantic bills as well to go with it. But it is addictive. Once you get started, even from the smallest of things, you get carried away and it's something you want to progress with and see how far you can take it.
That's the thing as well about it. You can start small, you can add bits as you go along. It doesn't have to be, boom, it's all there in one. You know, it takes time, and as you grow as a person, you just add things to your car that, you know, that suit you.
Yeah, it's definitely a progression. You can just go all out as soon as you buy a car and do it all, but I don't really think that's the point to it. It's more about what you want, you know. Anyone can go out and buy a car, but once you've got your own car, which you've designed exactly how you want it and built it up over a couple of years, yours is the only one, and you know that when you're driving it, and it makes you feel really good. You know, I've had the same when I'm driving around in my RX-7. I passed a Lamborghini, and you know, he gave me a wave of appreciation for what my car was, and his car's worth 10 times the price of mine, but we both had the same appreciation value of it. I built mine. and it made me feel better, you know. There's an overwhelming sense of pride, especially that moment when you think you're finished. You're never finished. You're always wanting to do more. But when you got to that point and you stand back and you think, oh, I built that, and you think about how it was when you first got it, it makes you feel really good about it. There's definitely pride there.
It's like it with anything though. It's like it with celebrities. They always show the bad side, don't they? You know, people like to hear a miserable story. Oh God, look what they've done now. But it's a shame really. It would be nice if they showed the brighter side of things, and when people come together at meets, at drift events, and everybody's friendly and everyone just gets along and loves each other's cars and gives each other respect. And you feel good coming away from there when you've had that connection with people. I think it's wonderful, and I think the media would do well to actually show that side of it. Obviously, everything is going to have a bad side to it and a good side. It's just how you show it. It's how it comes across. Yeah.
I don't like it. I don't like it at all. They give it a bad rep. In my opinion, there's an arse in every sport. There's always going to be an arsehole. The media are quite happy to turn around and label all boy racers together, and label all people who are going to a car meet or a car show and bundle them all together and call them yobs, so just a wheel spinning and making noise and doing whatever. But then they want to put a ban to us going out, appreciating each other's cars. It's almost an art form, you know. Let's just call it, you know, a drivable museum. And you want to go around and you want to see other people's cars, and it's a good. You meet people, you meet a lot of new people, and it's a good social activity. And yes, you're going to get a couple of arses who are doing something stupid, but if you police it properly, and then you just cart them out, there is no problem. Just like a football match, you're going to get two teams playing against each other, and there's always going to be an arsehole drunk in the background who starts a fight. What do? You police it, you get him, you take him out. You don't cancel the football match or say you're not allowed to have another football match because of it. You just get rid of the individual who's a problem. I think there's a bit too much of the full sweep banning the whole lot just because of a couple of individuals. It's not really fair.
Once you've got a passion for something and a love for something, you want to share it with others, you know, and if there's other people out there that are feeling the same things, and you can create an amazing atmosphere. We've made so many friends through it, so many connections in different parts of the countries, you know, people that we will stay in touch with, and we like to keep up on how they're getting on with their cars. They do the same with us, and it's just an incredible thing to be part of. I think more people should get involved.
The love of hard work. They put a hell of a lot of hard work into their cars. They do it for the love of it, and that can range throughout the entire of the scene. Whether you love restoring a classic VW or making some mental high-powered drift car, you still do it for the love of the car, and that's the full span of it. And that's what the media need to see, rather than some idiot do a burnout in a car park. A car is just a car. From the practicality of it, you just want to go to the shops, get your shopping, you just want to go to work and come home. Those people, they're obviously not into the cars as much. They're not into to modifying them, and a car is just a car. It's a way to get from A to B, which is still the same for my cars. I still use them to get from A to B. They still need to get me the shopping and get home. But there's more to it. It's an addiction to make what you want and put your personality through it. They may have another outlet for it, you know. You never know. They might be going home and painting pictures, writing books, do whatever else they want to do for their outlet. To them, a car is just a car. And like I said, I don't mind the statement. It's true, but to me, it's more than a car.